Shalom Aleichem Besem Yesaya HaMashiach. In Hebrew, Yeshua HaMashiach. In Aramaic, peace and prosperity upon you in Christ Savior in English. With me again, I'm Southeast Simanjuntak in Small Talk to Israel YouTube channel. Hello everyone, how is it going? Yes, a lot of issues we have heard in public about speaking English. Why do you afraid to learn spoken English? As you know, 1.5 billion people all over the world strive to learn hard in spoken English to reach a better life. As you know, as human beings, God gives to all people talented to learn languages in communication. And it's all up to you, because learning spoken English doesn't need skill, but it needs your motivation, spirit, and practice over and over to the target language that you want to learn. Before we discuss the issues, I want you subscribe and like. Oke? Bersama saya Saud Ishak Simanjuntak. Damai dan sejahtera meliputi Anda. Banyak isu yang kita dengar di publik. Mengapa orang-orang takut belajar bahasa Inggris? Seperti yang Anda ketahui, 1,5 miliar penduduk di seluruh dunia berusaha keras untuk belajar bicara bahasa Inggris untuk mencapai hidup yang lebih baik. Sebagai umat manusia, Tuhan menciptakan talenta untuk orang-orang bisa belajar bahasa dalam komunikasi, dan semuanya kembali kepada Anda, karena bahasa Inggris tidak membutuhkan keahlian, tapi bahasa Inggris membutuhkan motivasi, semangat, dan latihan yang berulang-ulang terhadap target language, terhadap bahasa yang ingin Anda pelajari. Oleh karena itu, kita akan membahas isu-isu ini sebagai berikut. Sebelum kita lanjutkan pembahasan kita, saya ingin Anda subscribe dan like video ini. Before we continue our lessons, I need you to subscribe and like this video. Okay? Learning spoken English through memorizing verbs for Indonesians ESL. Okay? Let's take a look what the reasons people don't want to learn English. Okay? For the first, be mockery. Yes. And I want you Why do you have to embarrass if you are sneered at by someone else of making mistake in speaking English? Because we are not native English speaker. Alasan pertama, mengapa orang-orang tidak mau belajar bahasa Inggris? Takut diejek. Oke, saya coba ingin uraikan kenapa Anda harus takut diejek oleh orang lain pada saat Anda membuat kesalahan dalam bicara bahasa Inggris. Sebenarnya perlu Anda ketahui bahwa bahasa Inggris bukan bahasa asli kita. Jadi Anda tidak perlu takut. And the second reason, English is not used every day. Of course, English is not used every day. But in this era of globalization, people can communicate on social media with anyone every day using English. Ya, tentu saja alasan kedua mereka mengatakan bahasa Inggris tidak digunakan setiap hari. Ya, bahasa Inggris memang tidak digunakan setiap hari untuk ESL, khususnya orang-orang Indonesia. Tapi di era globalisasi ini, orang-orang dapat berkomunikasi di sosial media dengan siapa saja setiap hari dengan menggunakan bahasa Inggris. Okay? The third reason that people don't want to learn English, don't have the equipment to learn English. Jadi tidak mempunyai peralatan atau fasilitas untuk belajar bahasa Inggris. Almost all residents in Indonesia, starting from junior high school, already have a smartphone that connected to internet. Jadi hampir semua penduduk Indonesia dari SMP ke atas mempunyai smartphone yang terkoneksi ke internet. Okay, that is the third reason. And the fourth reason, teachers who are less able to teach well. Jadi guru-guru kurang mampu mengajar dengan baik. I want to tell you, if you want to be smart to speak English. Do not depend on the teacher, but depends on yourself, your motivation, and your enthusiasm to learn to speak English. Jadi, kalau Anda ingin pintar berbahasa Inggris, tidak tergantung kepada guru, tergantung kepada diri Anda, motivasi Anda, antusias Anda, dan maksud saya keinginan Anda untuk belajar bicara bahasa Inggris. Okay? Let's take a look the fifth reasons that people don't want to learn English. English will not be used in the world of work. Jadi bahasa Inggris tidak digunakan dalam dunia kerja. Okay, right. That not all work scope using English. But if you can speak English, you must be a priority employee in the company where you work. If your company buys a new equipment that uses the uses of the exact tool sure in English. Jadi bahasa Inggris tidak digunakan di dunia kerja Anda? Ya, tidak semuanya dunia kerja menggunakan bahasa Inggris, tapi jika Anda punya kemampuan berbahasa Inggris, Anda adalah salah satu karyawan yang prioritas. Pada saat misalnya perusahaan Anda membeli suatu peralatan baru, otomatis manual book atau penggunaan alat-alat tersebut untuk mempelajarinya dalam bahasa Inggris. Okay, and next reasons that the people don't want to learn speak English. English is for haughty or boastful person. Jadi mereka mengatakan alasan orang-orang tersebut tidak mau belajar bahasa Inggris karena bahasa Inggris itu untuk orang-orang yang sombong atau angkuh. Right? English is for haughty and boastful persons. They told you, mereka mengatakan kepada Anda, ya Inggris untuk orang-orang yang sombong. Actually, it's only said by people who are jealous and he has no ability. Jadi orang-orang yang mengatakan kalau belajar bahasa Inggris untuk orang sombong dan angkuh itu adalah perkataan orang-orang yang cemburu dan tidak punya kemampuan. English is not too important. Who said? Jadi dikatakan di sini bahasa Inggris tidak begitu penting. Siapa yang katakan? Maybe English is not too important. It's said by the small number of people who have no abilities. Jadi kalau ada orang mengatakan bahwa bahasa Inggris itu tidak penting, itu hanya segelintir orang yang tidak punya kemampuan dalam berbahasa Inggris. Okay. The next reason, don't know and am confused about how to start learning English. Jadi mereka akan mengatakan dan tidak tahu dan bingung dari mana mulai belajar bahasa Inggris. Okay, you can learn through this channel and others channel who taught speaking English. Jadi Anda dapat belajar melalui channel ini dan channel-channel lain yang mengajarkan bicara bahasa Inggris. Okay, low self-confidence. Jadi punya kepercayaan diri yang rendah. I believe you are not confident because you haven't tried it. If you have tried it step by step mean your belief or your trust will grow. Jadi kenapa Anda katakan kurang percaya diri? Karena Anda belum mencoba. Jika Anda telah mencobanya selangkah demi selangkah, saya percaya keyakinan Anda berbicara bahasa Inggris akan tumbuh. Okay. In the second column, that is the meaning into Indonesia. Jadi maksud saya di sini yang kolom kedua adalah arti dari the reasons people don't want to learn English. Alasan orang-orang tidak mau belajar bahasa Inggris. Okay? This is the wise word said. Jadi ini ada kata-kata orang bijak. Learning spoken English will change your life for good. Jadi belajar bicara bahasa Inggris akan merubah hidup Anda menjadi lebih baik. Okay? Let's go to the topic. We're gonna discuss list of English verbs for that are often used in conversation. Jadi ini adalah daftar bahasa Inggris, daftar kata kerja bahasa Inggris bagian keempat yang sering digunakan di dalam percakapan. Oke. What are they? 1. Mean. 2. Might. 3. Move. 4. Need. 5. Play. 6. Put. 7. Run. 8. Seem. 9. Shoot. 10. Show. Okay, the meaning of the verbs as the following. 1. Mean, yang artinya arti atau maksud. 2. Might, boleh. 3. Move, bergerak. 4. 4. Need, butuh. 5. Play, bermain. 6. Put, meletakkan. 7. Run, berlari. 8. Seem, kelihatan. 9. Shoot, akan. 10. Show, menunjukkan. Okay, we are gonna discuss one by one of the verbs in the list. Okay. Before we discuss one by one of the verb, we try to learn the method learning spoken English easily and fastly. Jadi sebelum kita membahas kata kerja dalam daftar, kita coba dulu belajar metode belajar bahasa Inggris dengan mudah dan cepat. Okay? There are 3 stages to learn method spoken English easily and fastly. As you know, the important thing to be good in speaking, you have mastering in listening. Jadi kalau Anda mau bagus dalam berbicara, Anda harus menguasai metode mendengarkan, listening words or sentence. I mean the words in this method that is about arrange words as phrases, phrasal verbs, collocation, and sentence. But the difference of phrases, phrasal verbs, and collocation to the sentence, I mean, if sentence have a meaningful touch. Jadi perbedaan antara kata-kata yang terdiri dari frase, kata kerja frase atau phrasal verb, kata kerja phrasal, dan collocation, penggabungan kata-kata dengan terhadap kalimat kalau kalimat mempunyai arti yang lengkap. So, you have to listening it over and over to mastering in listening. Jadi Anda harus melakukannya berulang-ulang untuk menguasai bagaimana mendengarkan kata-kata ataupun kalimat yang diucapkan. Okay, if you have mastering in listening, you can go to the second stage. I mean the action process. The action process is about how you to imitate and repetition or expanded the words or sentence. Jadi kalau Anda sudah menguasai mendengarkan dengan berulang-ulang dan Anda yakin, Anda dapat lanjut ke langkah berikutnya, yaitu bagaimana cara Anda mencontoh, imitate, meniru, dan melakukan perulangan terhadap kata-kata atau kalimat yang Anda dengarkan. Yeah, I believe you know, if you steady to the words or sentence that you are a repetition, and you try to expand it. Yeah, like we say it, juggle or chunks. Jadi kalau Anda sudah menguasai cara meniru sesuai dengan pengucapan, jadi Anda bisa mengembangkan dengan kata-kata yang Anda menjadi kalimat yang berbeda. Like I buy a book, I buy a pen, I buy a bag. Jadi Anda dapat mengembangkannya seperti saya membeli buku, saya membeli pulpen, saya membeli tas. Okay, like it, and do it the repetition over and over. That is the important thing. Also to make you to make you excellent in spoken English. And then after you have mastering it, you can go to the next step, speaking. Okay? Do it speaking to others. Lakukan pembicaraan atau pengucapan dengan orang lain. For the first time, do it by yourself in your home or in your situations that you know, when you can start to learn speaking by yourself. Jadi Anda bisa melakukannya terhadap kondisi Anda di mana Anda sempat untuk melatih pertama sekali secara Anda pribadi, mengucapkannya berulang-ulang, and then you try to speaking it to others. Jadi Anda kemudian bisa mengucapkannya ke orang lain. And as you know, the golden rule in speaking English is making mistake. Jadi aturan emas dalam belajar bicara bahasa Inggris yang pertama sekali adalah melakukan kesalahan. And you don't afraid if you make a mistake. Dan Anda tidak perlu khawatir, tidak perlu takut kalau Anda membuat kesalahan. Okay? And according to the method learning method learning writing English easily and fastly is like you read the text over and over to make you steady or mastering about the text, and then try to know the meaning of the text. Do it over and over, and then if you have master about the text in reading and understanding, and then you go to the writing step. Jadi begitu juga di penguasaan penulisan, Anda harus membaca teksnya berulang-ulang sampai Anda benar-benar mengerti, melakukan berulang-ulang dan mengambil pengertian dari teks tersebut dan benar-benar Anda mengerti, lalu Anda tuliskan kembali. That is the method learning spoken or writing English easily and fastly. I hope you can use this method in your life to make you easy learn spoken English. Okay? And the result or the conclude of what action you have done. Jadi kalau untuk mengetahui kesimpulannya bahwa apa yang Anda lakukan well or good, baik, you test by yourself and you try it on. If the output or the result quickly, easily, and automatically, yes, it. That is the good way, and then you can smart in speaking and writing. If no, you can back to the second stage. Second stage, imitate and repetition in speaking, and then in writing, you back to the stage action, understanding. Okay, let's discuss one by one about the first. In the list, we are gonna discuss for today. Okay, number one, mean. The verb mean. The meaning of the verb mean as below. A. Intend to convey, indicate, or refer to a particular thing or notion. Signify. B. Intend something to occur or be the case, yang artinya adalah bermaksud untuk menyampaikan, menunjukkan, atau merujuk pada hal atau gagasan tertentu, menandakan. B. Berniat sesuatu terjadi atau menjadi suatu hal. Okay, let's jump to the example of mean. 1. I mean it, or I don't mean it. 2. What does it mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? Or what does this word mean? Yeah, you can do it to expand. To expand the word you're gonna to learn. Okay. 3. What I mean is this. 4. I know what you mean. 5. Do you mean what you say? 6. I don't get what you mean. I don't know what you mean. 7. I have no idea what you mean. 8. I didn't mean to hurt anybody. He didn't mean to hurt anybody. She didn't mean to hurt anybody. Okay. 9. I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. 10. Just because he's rich doesn't mean he's heavy. Just because he's wise doesn't mean he's honest. Okay? Let's look the meaning of this example into Indonesia. I mean it, I don't mean it. Saya sungguh-sungguh, aku tidak bermaksud begitu. Okay, number 2, what does it mean? Artinya apa artinya itu gitu? Apa maksudnya itu? What does this mean? Jadi apa artinya itu? Apa artinya ini gitu? What does this word mean? Jadi apa artinya kata ini? And then you try it over and over. Ya, jadi Anda ucapkan berulang-ulang to make you automatically tell it. Okay? To make you automatically say it. Jadi membuat Anda secara otomatis bisa mengatakannya. Okay? Number 3, what I mean is this. Apa yang saya maksudkan adalah ini. 4, I know what you mean. Saya mengerti maksud Anda. 5, do you mean what you say? Jadi maksud Anda seperti yang Anda katakan. 6, I don't get what you mean. Aku nggak ngerti apa yang Anda maksud. I don't know what you mean. Aku nggak tahu apa yang Anda maksud. 7, I have no idea what you mean. Aku nggak tahu apa yang Anda maksud. 8, I, she, he, she didn't mean to hurt anybody. Jadi saya, dia laki-laki, dia perempuan tidak bermaksud menyakiti siapapun. 9, I didn't mean to eavesdrop on your conversation. Aku tidak bermaksud menguping dalam percakapanmu, dalam pembicaraan Anda, okay? 10, just because he's rich doesn't mean he's heavy. Maksudnya bukan berarti dia kaya bahwa dia bahagia. Atau just because he's wise doesn't mean he's honest. Bukan berarti karena dia bijaksana bahwa dia jujur. Okay? We go to the second verbs. Number 2, might. The meaning of might as below. A, might is past tense of may. B, used tentatively to ask permission or to express a polite request. Yang artinya A, bentuk past tense dari may. B, digunakan secara tentatif untuk meminta izin atau untuk mengekspresikan permintaan yang sopan. Okay? Let us take a look the example of might. Number 1, she might come, she might go. 2, he might not be heavy, he might not be sad. 3, I might be a few minutes late, I might be a few minutes fast. 4, she said that it might be true, she said that it might be false. 5, she might have met him yesterday, she might have separated him yesterday. Okay, 6, he's afraid that he might be late, he's worried that he might be late. 7, here, take this with you, it might come in handy. 8, this just might come in handy someday. 9, this guidebook might be of use to you on your trip. 10, take this folding umbrella with you, it may come in handy. Okay, let us look the meaning of this example into Indonesia. Mari kita lihat terjemahannya dalam bahasa Indonesia. Okay, 1, she might come, she might go. Dia mungkin datang, dia mungkin pergi. 2, he might not be heavy or sad. Dia mungkin tidak bahagia, dia mungkin sedih. Okay, 3, I might be a few minutes late, I might be a few minutes fast. Jadi saya mungkin berapa menit terlambat atau berapa menit lebih cepat. 4, she said that it might be true, she said that it might be false. Dia mengatakan itu mungkin benar atau salah. Okay, 5, she might have met him yesterday, she might have separated him yesterday. Dia mungkin telah bertemu dengannya kemarin atau mungkin dia mungkin telah berpisah dengannya kemarin. Okay, number 6, he's afraid, worried that he might be late. Dia takut atau khawatir mungkin dia terlambat. Jadi dia khawatir, takut terlambat. Okay, 7, here, take this with you, it might come in handy. Oke, ini ambil, itu mungkin berguna. 8. This just might come in handy someday. Ini mungkin berguna suatu hari nanti. 9. This guidebook might be of use to you on your trip. Buku panduan ini mungkin berguna dalam perjalanan Anda. 10. Take this folding umbrella with you. It might come in handy. Ambil payung lipat ini, mungkin ini berguna. It might come in handy. Mungkin itu berguna atau bermanfaat artinya. Oke. Number 3. Move. The meaning of move as the following as below. A. Go in specified direction or manner, change position. B. Make progress, develop in a particular manner or direction. Artinya, A. Pergi ke arah atau cara tertentu, mengubah posisi. B. Memperoleh kemajuan, berkembang dengan cara atau arah tertentu. Okay, let's jump to the examples of move. 1. I just want to move on. 2. She was afraid to move. 3. He made no move to leave. 4. I tried to move and I could. 5. She pushed at him to try to move away. 6. She wanted to run but her feet wouldn't move. 7. Can you move any faster? 8. Probably planning his next move. 9. Sometimes we have to accept change if we want to move forward. Okay, I do it again. Sometimes we have to accept change if we want to move forward. Okay, let's look the translations into Indonesians of these examples. Mari kita lihat contoh-contohnya dalam bahasa Indonesia. I just wanna move on. Saya ingin pindah. Saya ingin berpaling. 2. She was afraid to move. Dia takut bergerak. 3. He made no move to leave. Dia tidak bergerak untuk pergi. Jadi dia tidak buat pergerakan untuk bergerak, untuk berangkat. Okay, 4. I tried to move and I could. Saya mencoba untuk pindah dan saya bisa. 5. She pushed at him to try to move away. Dia mendorongnya untuk mencoba pindah. 6. She wanted to run but her feet wouldn't move. Dia ingin berlari tapi kakinya tidak dapat bergerak. Okay, 7. Can you move any faster? Bisakah Anda bergerak lebih cepat? 8. Probably planning his next move. Mungkin merencanakan langkah selanjutnya. 9. Sometimes we have to accept change if we wanna move forward. Terkadang kita harus menerima perubahan jika kita ingin bergerak maju, out of the comfort zone, keluar dari zona nyaman. Okay, number 4, need. The meaning of need as below. A. Require something because it is essential of very important. B. Expressing necessity or obligation. Yang artinya A. Membutuhkan sesuatu karena sangat perlu atau esensi atau sangat penting. B. Menyatakan keharusan atau kewajiban. Okay, let's look the examples of need. 1. What do you need? 2. I need help. I need a job. I need a favor. I need somebody extra. You can change the object I mean. Jadi Anda dapat merubah yang disebut dengan juggle. Jadi Anda dapat menggantikan I need a help, I need a job, I need a favor. Jadi saya butuh pertolongan, saya butuh pekerjaan, saya butuh bantuan, aku butuh seseorang. I need somebody to help me. Contohnya, saya butuh seseorang untuk menolong saya. Oke. 3. There is no need to hurry. 4. I need to know by tomorrow. 5. I need someone to talk with. 6. I need to get something to eat. 7. I think you've got what I need. 8. There is an urgent need for money, water, a new policy. 9. You need a license to drive a car. 10. Don't hesitate to tell me if you need anything. Okay? Let's look Indonesian translation. Mari kita lihat terjemahan ke dalam bahasa Indonesia. What do you need? Number 1, what do you need? Apa yang kamu butuhkan? 2, I need help, a job, a favor, somebody, etc. Saya perlu bantuan, pekerjaan, pertolongan, atau seseorang, dan lain-lain. Tapi dalam latihannya, Anda harus lakukan berulang-ulang dan terpisah. Contohnya, I need help, I need a job, I need a favor, I need somebody, etc. What do you know? The vocabulary in your mind, and you can change. Yeah, you can change the object. Jadi terserah Anda dapat merubah objeknya sesuai dengan perbendaharaan kata yang Anda miliki. I need help, I need a help, I need a job, I need a favor, I need somebody, etc. Jadi saya perlu bantuan, pekerjaan, pertolongan seseorang, dan lain-lain. Oke? 3. There is no need to hurry. Tidak perlu terburu-buru. 4. I need to know by tomorrow. Saya perlu tahu besok. I need someone to talk with. Saya perlu seseorang untuk diajak bicara. 6. I need to get something to eat. Saya ingin sesuatu untuk dimakan. 7. I think you've got what I need. Aku rasa Anda punya apa yang aku butuhkan. 8. There is an urgent need for. Ada kebutuhan mendesak akan. There's an urgent need for money, for water, for a new policy. Jadi ada kebutuhan mendesak akan money, uang, water, air, a new policy. New policy atau kebijakan baru. 9. You need a license to drive a car. Jadi Anda butuh SIM untuk mengendarai mobil. Oke. 10. Don't hesitate to tell me if you need anything. Jangan ragu-ragu untuk memberitahu saya jika Anda membutuhkan sesuatu. Oke. Number 5, play. The meaning of play is below. A. Engage in activity for enjoyment and recreation rather than a serious or practical purpose. B. Take part in the bracket a sport. Yang artinya terlibat dalam aktivitas untuk kesenangan dan rekreasi daripada tujuan yang serius atau praktis. B. Ambil bagian dalam olahraga. Okay, let's jump to example of play. 1. Do you play piano? Do you play violin? Do you play football on Sunday? So you read it one by one like this. Jadi Anda bacanya satu demi satu seperti berikut. Saya akan contohkan. Do you play piano on Sunday? Do you play violin on Sunday? Do you play football on Sunday? And etc. Dan lain-lain, terserah Anda. Do you play what? Do you play badminton? Do you play whatever you like? Okay? And then, dan kemudian, can you play piano on Sunday? Can you play violin on Sunday? Can you play football on Sunday? And etc. Jadi cara Anda untuk melakukan repetition perulangannya seperti itu dan berulang-ulang sampai Anda bisa melakukannya itu dengan mudah, easily, fastly, dengan cepat, and automatically. Dan secara otomatis. Jadi kalau sudah Anda katakan itu secara otomatis, Anda berarti sudah menggunakan cara berpikir native speaker, cara berpikir English native speaker. Jadi cara berpikir penutur asli bahasa Inggrisnya, selayaknya kita berbahasa Indonesia tanpa berpikir mengucapkan sesuatu. Okay? Number 2, I play the piano on Sunday. I play violin on Sunday. I play football on Sunday, and etc. Okay? 3, she acted in the play. She acted in the play. 4, would you play with me? 5, I play golf every so often. 6, she intends to play tennis. 7, Tom has no friends to play with. 8, she used to play tennis with him. 9, I'm going to play tennis in the afternoon. 10, how did you learn how to play the violin? Okay? Can you play piano, violin, football, etc. on Sunday? Apakah bisa Anda bermain piano, biola, sepak bola, dan lain-lain pada hari Minggu? I play the piano, violin, football, etc. on Sunday. Saya bermain piano, biola, sepak bola, dan lain-lain pada hari Minggu. She acted in the play. Dia berperan dalam drama itu. 4, would you play with me? Maukah Anda bermain denganku? 5, I play golf every so often. Saya sering bermain golf. 6, she intends to play tennis. Dia bermaksud bermain tenis. Okay, 7, Tom has no friend. Tom has no friends to play with. Tom tidak punya teman untuk bermain. 8, she used to play tennis with him. Dia bisa bermain tenis bersamanya. 9, I'm going to play tennis in the afternoon. Saya akan bermain tenis di sore hari. 10, how did you learn how to play the violin? Bagaimana Anda belajar memainkan biola? Okay. This always I remind you from the first video, and this is the fourth video, to make you understand about this sentence. Okay, or about this text. If you wanna speak English well, focus on listening. Listening is the key to speaking excellent English. Jika Anda ingin berbicara bahasa Inggris dengan baik, fokuslah pada mendengar. Mendengar adalah kunci untuk berbicara bahasa Inggris yang sangat baik. Okay, if you wanna write English well, focus on reading. The more you read, the better you write. Jika Anda ingin menulis bahasa Inggris dengan baik, fokuslah pada membaca. Semakin banyak Anda membaca, semakin baik Anda menulis. Okay. Are you feeling better now? Are you more confident until this section? Jadi apa yang Anda rasakan? Bagaimana keyakinan Anda setelah Anda menyaksikan video ini sampai saat ini, sampai detik ini? Okay? Mean, might, move, need, play. And then we're gonna to put, run, sim, should, show. Are you feeling better now about the mean, might, move, need, play, verb as word? Jadi bagaimana yang Anda rasakan? Atau Anda sudah lebih yakin? Okay. If you are feeling better now, I want you take a time for a while to support this video with like, comment. If you need want to make a comment, put comment below this video, and don't forget, I want you subscribe and activate the notification bell. And thank you for support. And then we go to the next lessons. Put, run, sim, shoot, show. Okay. Number 6, put. The meaning of put as below. A. Move to or place in a particular position. B. Bring into a particular state or condition. Yang artinya A. Pindah ke atau tempat di posisi tertentu. B. Membawa ke dalam keadaan atau kondisi tertentu. Okay. Let's look the examples of put. 1. She put on her red dress. 2. He put a spoon in her hand. 3. How do you put a price on this house? 4. This decision was put off till at least December. 5. His words put courage into every heart. Every heart. 6. The sooner you put it down, the better. I put my hands. 7. I put my hands over my ears. 8. There is no need to put you out further. 9. You just put me in awkward position. 10. He put his hand up in surrender. 11. Oh, I put that in the closet. 12. Elizabeth grabbed a few and put them in the car. Okay, let us look Indonesian translations. Mari kita lihat terjemahan dalam bahasa Indonesia. She put on her red dress. Dia menggunakan gaun merahnya. 2. He put a spoon in her hand. Dia meletakkan sendok itu di tangannya. How do you put a price on this house? Bagaimana Anda memberi harga pada rumah ini? 4. The decision was put off till at least December. Keputusan ini ditunda sampai setidaknya bulan Desember. 5. His word put courage into every heart. Kata-katanya menaruh keberanian ke dalam setiap hati. The sooner you put it down, the better. 6 ya, 6. The sooner you put it down, the better. Semakin cepat Anda menurunkannya, semakin baik. 7. I put my hands over my ear. Aku meletak tanganku di telinga. 8. There is no need to put you out further. 8. There is no need to put you out further. Tidak perlu menempatkan Anda lebih jauh. 9. You just put me in awkward position. Anda menempatkan saya dalam posisi yang canggung, yang ganjil. Okay, 10. He put his hand up in surrender. Dia mengangkat tangannya dan menyerah. 11. Oh, I put that in the closet. Oh, aku meletakkannya di lemari. 12. Elizabeth grabbed a few and put them in the car. Elizabeth meraih beberapa dan meletakkannya di dalam mobil. Okay, number 7. Run. The meaning of run is below. A. Remain alive. Stay. B. Make one's home in particular place or with a particular person. Jadi artinya tetap hidup, tinggal. B. Membuat rumah seseorang di tempat tertentu atau dengan orang tertentu. Okay, let's jump to the examples of run. 1. I run every day. 2. Are you ready to run? 3. Why did he run away? 4. I've got to run to the restroom. 5. I've got a business to run. 6. Our food is about to run out. 7. I was almost run over by a car. 8. They usually run away they hear you're coming. 9. He had no choice but to run away. 10. I often run into her at the supermarket. Okay, let's look at Indonesian translations. Mari kita lihat terjemahan dalam bahasa Indonesia. I run every day. Saya berlari setiap hari. 2. Are you ready to run? Apakah Anda siap untuk berlari? 3. Why did he run away? Kenapa dia melarikan diri? 4. I've got to run to the restroom. Saya harus buru-buru ke kamar kecil. 5. I got business to run. Saya punya bisnis untuk dijalankan. 6. Our food is about to run out. Makanan kami akan habis. 7. I was almost run over by car. Saya hampir ditabrak mobil. 8. They usually run when they hear you coming. Mereka biasanya berlari ketika mereka mendengar Anda datang. 9. He had no choice but to run away. Dia tidak punya pilihan selain melarikan diri. 10. I often run into her at the supermarket. Saya sering bertemu dengannya di supermarket. Okay. Number 8, shame. Shame. Okay, the meaning of shame as below. A. Give the impression or sensation of being something or having a particular quality. B. Used to make a statement or description of one's thoughts, feelings, or action less assertive or forceful. C. Be unable to do something despite having tried. A. Memberikan kesan atau sensasi menjadi sesuatu untuk memiliki kualitas tertentu. B. Digunakan untuk membuat pernyataan atau deskripsi tentang pikiran, perasaan, atau tindakan seseorang yang kurang tegas atau memaksa. C. Tidak dapat melakukan sesuatu meskipun telah mencoba. Okay, let's jump to the examples of shame. 1. You seem busy. 2. I seem to be lost. I seem to have a fever. 3. She didn't seem interested. 4. I seem to have a temperature. I seem to have a cough of cold. Sorry. I seem to have a temperature. I seem to have a cough of cold. 5. You seem to be an honest man. 6. I seem to have the wrong number. 7. They seem to be in love with each other. 8. You seem to be a little under the weather. 9. I seem to have misplaced my key last night. 10. I give up. No matter what I do, you never seem to be satisfied. Okay. 1. You seem busy. Kamu tampak sibuk. 2. I seem to be lost fever. Sepertinya saya demam. I seem to be lost a fever. I seem to have a fever. Sepertinya saya demam. Sepertinya saya sudah tidak demam. Be lost a fever or have a fever. Okay. 3. She didn't seem interested. Dia sepertinya tidak tertarik. I seem to have a temperature. I seem to have cough of cold. I seem to have a temperature. I seem to have cough of cold. Sepertinya aku sepertinya aku demam. Sepertinya aku cough a cold. Sepertinya aku masuk angin. 5. You seem to be an honest man. Anda tampaknya seperti orang jujur. 6. I seem to have the wrong number. Sepertinya saya memiliki nomor yang salah. 7. They seem to be in love with each other. Mereka tampaknya saling mencintai. 8. You seem to be a little under the weather. Anda tampaknya sedikit kurang sehat. You seem to be a little under the weather. 9. I seem to have misplaced my key last night. Sepertinya saya salah tempatkan kunci tadi malam. Okay. 10. I give up. No matter what I do, you never seem to be satisfied. Okay, sorry. Pardon me. I read it again. I give up. No matter what I do, you never seem to be satisfied. Saya menyerah. Tidak peduli apa yang saya lakukan, Anda kelihatannya tidak pernah puas. Okay, number 9, should. Okay, the meaning of should as below. Used to indicate obligation, duty, or correctness, typically when criticizing someone's action. B. Used to indicate what is probable. Oke, artinya A. Digunakan untuk menunjukkan kewajiban, tugas, atau kebenaran biasanya ketika mengkritik tindakan seseorang. B. Digunakan untuk menunjukkan apa yang mungkin. Example of should. 1. You should go. You should know. How should I know? 3. I should head out. 4. Should I wait for you here? 5. Where should we go? 6. What should I bring? What should I bring now? What should I do now? 7. When should I return the car? 8. You should apologize. Work hard, stay in bed, quit smoking, take my advice. You should apologize. You should work. You should work hard. You should stay in bed. You should quit smoking. You should take my advice. 9. I get over it. You should too. 10. You should always do your best. Mari kita lihat artinya. Let us look the Indonesian translation. You should go. You should know. Jadi Anda harus pergi, Anda harus tahu. How should I know? Bagaimana mungkin saya mengetahuinya? 3. I should head out. Saya harus keluar. 4. Should I wait for you here? Haruskah aku menunggumu di sini? 5. Where should we go? Kemana kita harus pergi? 6. What should I bring? What should I do now? What should I bring now? Apa yang harus saya bawa sekarang atau apa yang harus saya lakukan sekarang? 7. When should I return the car? Kapan saya harus mengembalikan mobil ini? 8. You should apologize. Anda harus minta maaf. You should work hard. Anda harus bekerja keras. You should stay in bed. Anda harus berada di tempat tidur. You should quit smoking. Anda harus berhenti merokok. You should take my advice. Anda harus menerima saran saya. 9. I got over it. You should too. Saya mengatasinya. Anda juga harus seperti itu. 10. You should always do your best. Anda harus melakukan yang terbaik. You should always do your best. Anda harus selalu melakukan yang terbaik. Number 10, show. The meaning of show is below. A law of cause. A law of cause something to be visible. B. Display or allow to be perceived. A quality, emotion, or characteristic. Yang artinya memungkinkan atau menyebabkan sesuatu menjadi terlihat. B. Menampilkan atau memungkinkan untuk dirasakan. Allow to be perceived. Baik itu kualitas, a quality, emotion, or characteristic atau karakteristik. Let us look the examples of show. 1. Please show me an example. Please show me how it works. 2. I'll show you the way. 3. Will you show me the book? Will you show me the picture? Will you show me the album? 4. Don't let your feelings show. 5. Did you show it to your parents? 6. Will you please show me the way, how to do it? 7. I'll show you how to catch fish. 8. She didn't show up. 9. I'll show you that I'm right. 10. Did you watch my show last night? Mari kita lihat artinya. Please show me an example. Tolong tunjukkan contohnya. Please show me how it works. Tolong tunjukkan cara kerjanya. 2. I'll show you the way. Aku akan tunjukkan jalannya atau caranya. 3. Will you show me the book? Akankah Anda menunjukkan kepada saya buku? Picture, gambar, album. 4. Don't let your feelings show. Jangan biarkan perasaan Anda ketahuan. Atau jangan biarkan perasaan Anda terlihat. 5. Did you show it to your parents? Apakah Anda menunjukkan kepada orang tua Anda? Apakah Anda menunjukkannya kepada orang tua Anda? 6. Will you please show me the way, how to do it? Will you please show me the way? Will you please show me how to do it? Tolong tunjukkan saya cara, ya. Tolong tunjukkan saya jalannya atau caranya. Tolong tunjukkan bagaimana cara melakukannya. I'll show you how to catch fish. Aku akan tunjukkan cara menangkap ikan atau cara mancing ikan. She didn't show up. Dia tidak muncul. 9. I'll show you that I'm right. Saya akan menunjukkan kepada Anda bahwa saya benar. 10. Did you watch my show last night? Apakah Anda menonton pertunjukan saya tadi malam? Okay, this all for now about 10 verbs in section 4. Mean, might, move, need, play, put, run, seem, should, show. How do you feel? Are you confident about this verb? And what we discussed before at the first video about how many people, how Indonesian ESL afraid to learn spoken English. And I believe if you try it step by step, you will be success. And this all for now. And I want you to support this video with subscribe and activate the notification bell. And if you any comment, you can comment. Yeah, you can put the comments on the description box below of this video. And also you can share if according to you this video is benefit, is useful for you, and you can share to your friends or to your neighborhood and whatever. And thank you for your support. Thanks for watching, and Elohim bless us. See you next video. Bye bye.